Welcome, welcome, welcome. First of all, this coloring is not doing it, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right. We're going to leave some time for people to join. And in the meantime, I am going to just make sure that people on Twitter and Instagram are also jumping in. I can't even lie, right? To be honest with you, this coloring is throwing me off because I'm totally wearing a green sweater right now and it's not sweatering. It's not sweatering in the way I want it to. Okay. Cool beans. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you. I just want to ensure that everything is set up. I usually be like, I want it to be perfect, but hey, we learn as we go and we grow as we go. So that's exactly what we about to do. That's exactly what we finna do. All right, cool beans. I'm gonna take y'all on a little journey with me. I'm about to just post on Instagram stories as well. And that's on period. Ooh, the girl is looking goody, 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 goody. All right, we're gonna get started in 1 minute. Let me just get this link. Boom. Share. God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. I'm actually very excited for this conversation. I'm excited to go live on YouTube because I want to be able to interact and have your questions answered as we go, and to be confirmed that what I'm sharing is like truly beneficial. So first things first, I love to do a breathing exercise to get started. So if this is your first time with me, with my content, welcome. I'm excited to have you. And if you are familiar, welcome. I'm excited to have you. Now, I like to do a brief breathing exercise to get started, to get centered, to ensure that I am connected to source, because that is the most important connection that there is. And when I'm connected and you are connected, then the flow and the information can be deposited as it's meant to. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and do a breathing exercise with me. We're going to do 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And on the last one, we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds and breathe out for 10 seconds. I actually just learned this from Jade. If you're familiar with the human design community, I'm currently in Jade's cult, where the Leo and Aquarius placements is getting that money. And she just did this on her podcast, and I did it, and it felt so great. So we're going to start with 2 deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then we're going to go in for 4 seconds and out for 10 seconds. And then we're going to chop it up. Okay. I guess I'm supposed to be looking up here. So we're going to chop it up. All right. On the count of 3. And if you want to, you can close your eyes. If not, that's okay. Whew. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in and out. One last deep breath in for 4 seconds and out for 10. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for this amazing topic. Thank you for the transformation that will happen as a result of this conversation. I am so happy and grateful to be used in this way. And I am so excited to inspire the people who are assigned to my ministry to live the life that they truly want and they truly deserve, and have everything, especially that cash flow, that they dream of. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get into the conversation. Let's get into the conversation. First things first, let me get a sip of water. Whew. All right, so I have my handy dandy notes. And let me be honest with you. I'm definitely looking up to see who's joined. And that is like being on YouTube makes that less important than it used to be everywhere else I was, because this video is going to live on forever. This message will live on forever. And whenever you're watching it, it's still going to matter and resonate. And so I'm just happy about that. I'm happy to recognize that, because it's so easy to get caught up in the likes and the follows and the metrics, when the reality is, when you're doing what you're meant to do and you are sharing the message that you're meant to share, all of the metric stuff doesn't matter, because you know that God gonna handle it. God is who built the algorithm. God controls the algorithm, and it's going to go where it's meant to go. So that is a perfect segue to the first point of today's conversation, which is the fact that everything is spiritual. And I know we're talking about business, we're talking about cash flow, and you may be thinking like, why are we talking about spirituality? And I feel like this is a really important place to start, simply for the fact that when you recognize that everything in life is spiritual, and by spiritual, I mean connected to God, connected to source, you have a new level in which you carry yourself, in the way that you talk about yourself, in the way that you deal with other people, in the way that you set boundaries around your energy. I mean, it is literally limitless in the way that you impact and are intentional about your life when you are clear that everything is spiritual. And I feel like it's important for me, at least, to be honest with you around my relationship with God. I grew up in a non-religious household, but my parents did come from, my mom went to Catholic school and my dad had a pretty religious mom. And so they were the opposite of that. And so I went on a journey of like, do I relate to God? Do I believe in God? But it wasn't about, I recognized as I grew older, it was not about religion. It was more about spirituality. It's more about understanding that I am a spiritual being in a human experience. And I really truly believe that a lot of the narrative and the conversations that we are raised within when it comes to religion and God and the different names for God that different religions have, there can be this distaste for that conversation. And I recently in reading The Artist's Way, if you've never heard of that book, it's amazing for creatives and for entrepreneurs. It's amazing for anyone that wants to like release and unleash their creativity. And so in reading that, very early on, the author talked about how God is the ultimate creator and he created us to create. And as I read that and I read more of the book, I'm literally almost done with it. Actually, no, I think I finished it. So I completed chapter 12. But as I read the book, I really got present to like, God is, as she says it, good, orderly direction. And I'm all about good. I'm all about feeling good. I'm all about thinking good things. I'm all about talking goodness into the world, being good to myself and to other people. So reading that gave me like, I don't know, this groundedness. Like, it's okay to talk about God. It's okay to be in relationship to God. It's okay to be of God. Like, I feel so empowered learning that. And so I really wanted to start this conversation there, because I don't know where you are when in your relationship with God. I don't know how you feel about God, how you resonate with God, but I really want you to get that God is the ultimate energy and we are created in the image of, having some of the same characteristics of God. And I think that when we get grounded in this truth, who we get to be in the world is so powerful and so limitless and so impactful and so intentional. And we get to receive good things and do good things and experience the life that God has for us. And so I wanted to start off by really getting that everything is spiritual, including your business. And we're going to get into that. But once you start with everything is spiritual, who you be in your business, how you treat your business, how you build your business, how you treat your clients in your business, it's a whole nother ballgame. Okay. It's a whole nother ball game. And so when we start thinking about our business specifically, I want you to think of your business as your ministry, aka the people that you will work with are the people that God assigned to you, the people that God knew that the life that you lived and the things that you learned, when you are able to share those things powerfully, the people that are meant to be with you and learn from you, they're going to resonate with you and your life and everything that you've been through. And they're going to be grateful for how you show up. And I recognize that sometimes the way that we treat our clients or the way that we show up online is like, we don't know those people or we don't want to share too much with those people. But the moment that you shift your perspective and realize, I am talking to my people, they're going to get me. They're going to love me. They're going to love my stories. They're going to want more of me the way that I am designed to be. The way you show up is completely different. Okay. And so that is one of the things that I think is so important, especially in a digital age. You literally cannot have a business without being online. Okay. And so when you are able to relate to social media as a means to reaching your people, you can show up completely different. When you see social media as this is how I connect with the people that I am meant to guide, the people that I am literally built to show up for, you can have conversations. When you post things, it's more of a me and you connecting versus I'm just putting it out there and hoping that it reaches the right people. And so this is where I really think, again, it is important to understand that everything being spiritual means that you are spiritual, means that you are divinely connected already to your people. And you showing up, you creating a business that serves them, is simply you allowing what already is to manifest in the material world. And I don't know. I feel like it's important to acknowledge that we've been through hard things. I've been through hard things. Hard things still happen. I have been through being teased, being kicked out of boarding school, literally having my car repossessed, being like broker than broke. What does my mentor like to say? Broke like a joke and ready to choke. Like I have experienced that. And one of the things that I recognize throughout all of those experiences that is that I'm still valuable. No matter what I've been through, no matter what I look like, no matter how people treated me, good or bad, I am still valuable. And I want you to make that a mantra for yourself, because a lot of the times we think that things are happening to us when in reality they are happening for you. When things happen for you, it's for you to become more of yourself. I can speak about that in terms of my relationship, in terms of my business, in terms of my health and well-being. Everything that has happened in my life was an encouragement or an invitation for me to become more of my true self. And when you start to approach life in this manner, man, the way things align and open up is like incredible. Incredible. And we really wouldn't be here having this conversation if I didn't allow my business kind of going to zero to happen for me, because it's taught me so many things. And I'm going to get into a little bit about that, but it's taught me so many things in a way that I have been able to transition to a business model that honors my energy so much. And I want you to hear this as like inspiration for you. There may have been things that you have tried along the route of building your business, and maybe it didn't generate the results that you thought it would, or maybe you didn't have fun and you didn't feel good in the process. I want you to know that that was not in vain, okay? That was not, oh, this is just happening and things aren't going to work out. No, everything is in order for your growth. What is it that's saying that's like if you got denied, it was for a redirection, right? That is exactly what I want you to hear in this message, okay? So moving on, I want to touch on the fact that your business is meant to complement your life, okay? And by complementing your life, it is not meant to be something outside of you, all right? So I have, in my opinion, when I first started my business, I was operating my business like everybody else. Everyone else operates their business, the people that are hustling, because those are the people that I was around when I built my business. I was around like a realtor who was up and down and hustling and neglecting his family for his business. He was out all night trying to get me to be out all night. So that is how I built my business, in a like chase the opportunities kind of way. And then when I thought about my parents, who are also entrepreneurs, it was like a similar experience. Like, you got to struggle a little bit in order to get to where you want to get to. And so I thought that that was the way that you build a business. And so that's what I did. And I moved to the Caribbean, and when I tell you, I was doing things that were inauthentic. I was doing things that were not in alignment with who I see myself being. Like, at the time, I didn't have a car, so I was renting a car, and I kept renting a car even though I didn't have the income to pay for it. Like, I was doing things just to, what's the word? Like, look successful instead of actually being successful. And I truly, truly, truly relate that to the environment that I was in, but also what I was gaining in terms of what a business is supposed to look like from the people around me. I remember being a realtor, and one of my broker, one of the things that he said to me was like, you have to have a nice car because people only buy real estate from people who look like they're doing well. And as someone who was just starting her business, it was like, well, damn, like, I want to do well. So let me go buy a car. Let me go make sure that I am looking like I already have all of this success before I actually had the success. And at that time, I wasn't looking at it that way. I was just more so like, yeah, I want to serve people. So if me having a nice, shiny new car is going to have people believe that I can do a good job, then let me do it. Now looking at that is like, why would I do that? What am I proving to people? Instead of doing a good job and letting that be the proof, why am I showing up looking like? I promise you, this is, in my opinion, the opposite of what God wants us to do. God wants us to show up. I used to have to take the train initially to some of my showings. God wants that to be a part of the process. If I have to show up on the train and I have to say to my person, like, I'm so sorry, the train was running late. However, let's have an amazing showing, and then have them have an enjoyable experience through working with me, I think that is a better proof than having a fancy car. But at that time, I didn't know this. I didn't have, in my opinion, the right mentors. But a part of the process and a part of the journey is going through these things that allow you to step back and see, like, is that who I want to be? And I'm going to tell you right now, that's not who I want to be. I prefer to go through the quote unquote hardships and learn. How do I truly want to show up in the world? And how can this experience that doesn't look optimal actually benefit me? And so, as we're talking about a business that's meant to complement your life, I want you to think about the life that you currently live. And I want you to think about, is it ideal, first of all? And if you are living an ideal life, whether you are still working your 9 to 5 or you are not and you're a full-time entrepreneur, what would it look like for your business to complement your life? Meaning, you're not chasing clients. You're not doing things that you would not normally do in order to generate business. I think this is a very important piece of the process that most entrepreneurs do not look to, because you're so focused on the money that you're willing to do anything. But I am telling you, what God is wanting for us is to honor the life that you've built, especially if you love your life already. Honor that life. If that looks like getting 8 hours of sleep, going for walks, spending time with your kids, eating healthy food, going to the gym, journaling, meditating, if that is a part of your process, do not interrupt that process in order to build a business. Your job is to find the ways that allow you to honor what you've already built and honor your ministry. I promise you, this is the foundation of a lifelong business. This is the foundation of a business that will generate cash flow while you are doing the other things, being with your family, working out, going on trips, doing the other things that you love. Your business is generating money. There's a tweet that I put up yesterday. I was like, you breathe every single day. You wake up every day. You eat a meal every day. You should be making money every day. If water flows and we have airflow, why don't we have cash flow? And I completely see how we have been conditioned. Oh, you only get paid twice a month. So now you're thinking that's the regular, when the truth of the matter is you're doing all these things on the regular. Making money should be regular too. Your cash flow should also be regular. And when you build a business that honors your energy, that's exactly what you get to have. That's exactly what you get to have. So I just want you to, like, if you're here, type cash flow in the chat if that is resonating with you. Okay. I want you to put cash flow in the chat if that is resonating with you. If that is the type of business that you want to experience, because I promise you it's possible. And more than likely, the people who you are looking to that have a business and you think that that's the way you do business, if this is not what their life is like, do not follow that. There's something that is so important. Hi, Janae. Hi, Shanice. Oh, these are some of my beautiful ladies from the Projector Profit Lab, the Profit with Purpose Lab. We've changed the name so many times. One of the things that I am so clear on is that building a business that honors your energy says, I love my life and I am not willing to interrupt my life to make money. You see, the conditioning that we have experienced is that you need to hustle hard. You need to do things outside of your character. You need to overpromise and overdeliver. All of these things lead to exhaustion, lead to burnout, lead to resentment. All of the things that you do not want to feel around your purpose. This is why the first focus in my initial community is profit with purpose. Your purpose is meant to feel good. God literally put everything inside of you to solve the problems that you are meant to solve. By putting inside of you, what I mean is you already have the skill set. When I tell you that I have been speaking my entire life, this is not something that I had to go to school and develop. Okay? This is something that I naturally have the ability to do. Probably because if you've never met my mom, maybe one day y'all will. My mom speaks so eloquently, it's crazy. Okay. So that's natural. I got that from my environment. Then the life that I actually lived, which forced me to develop skill sets and characteristics, those are also a part of God putting it in you. God literally put all the skills inside of you and then ensure that on your life journey, you got to develop said skills so that when he was like, I'm ready for you, AKA go start your business, you would already have everything that you need. And a lot of the times when you listen to, and this is why I don't advise listening to a million different people online, all these different coaches, all these different speakers, find your person who you resonate with and do as they say. Follow their mannerisms. How do they live their life? Why? Because there is a way that you get to live your life and it's meant to work. It's meant to feel good. But when you're listening to too many people, you start to compare yourself. You start to worry, is this for me? And will it work out? And am I good enough? And you don't need to feel that at all. You are good enough. You're perfect, whole, and complete as you are. And it's you seeing that and seeing the value in that that empowers you to build a business that generates cash flow that flows with your life. Isn't it amazing how it's called cash flow? Air flow, water flow, like it keeps coming. Like you don't need to do anything. It just keeps. I don't think about oxygen. Do you think about oxygen? I don't think about oxygen. When I turn on my faucet, I just turn it on. I'm not wondering where the water's coming from. So why aren't we allowed to have that relationship with money? The truth is that we are. But we first have to recognize whose we are, and the fact that we were already designed to live in a way that honors our energy. And this is why God had to sit me down. Okay? Maybe you can relate. God will sit you down so you can recognize, hello, there's nothing for you to control. Ain't that our favorite word? We want to control. Control causes anxiety. Okay? Control causes stress. It causes burnout. When you're so focused on controlling an outcome, you don't get the outcome. You get something opposite from the outcome. I was listening to my mentor the other day, and he was talking about one of his clients, he asked them, "Hey, how's business?" And they were like, "Oh, I'm trying." And he was like, "Huh, that's interesting." And this man literally makes over $1 million some days, right? He's like, "That's interesting because I don't ever feel like I'm trying." I submit that to you because if you feel like you are trying in your business, you are out of alignment. Your business is not honoring your energy. It's meant to feel like ease and flow. Literally, your business is meant to feel like ease and flow. And if it's not feeling like that, that business model, I'm gonna say that business model, not necessarily the business itself, but that business model is not for you. If you don't have the time to get 8 hours of sleep per night minimum because you're up working and you answering clients, or you worried about where money's gonna come from, that business is not the model for you. It's not the business for you or the business model for you. And so again, why we started this conversation with everything is spiritual, your business is spiritual. This is why my clients that are in here, this is exactly how we be in our community. We talk about a lot more things that are unique to them, but this is exactly how I show up in my community with my clients. I'm not a different person on social media and then different in my business because that wouldn't be honoring my energy. This is why I shared with you early on when I had that mentor in real estate, when I moved to the Caribbean and I'm renting cars that I can't afford, like that was not honoring my energy. That was me trying to be something that I was not. And this is why when I came back to the States, I'm literally living with my friend who invited me, recognized and invited me to come stay with her. And I stayed with her. She had just bought a new house. I helped her put the house together. Then I met my man. 45 days later, guess what my man did? Gave me a car. I didn't have to go buy a car. I didn't have to go stress out about how I was going to get around. Someone who God, in my opinion, God already puts the people on your path. He recognized me, then invited me, and then provided the things I need to live my life. I'm sharing that with you because when you are authentic to you, you will be good. You will be taken care of. Your people will show up. The people who are meant to pay you will pay you. The exclusivity that you have around your aura will be respected. But when you are doing things that are not of you and do not honor you, the way that you feel, you won't like it. Trust me, I know. You won't like it. So the whole conversation about designing a business that honors your energy, it has to start on a foundation of you being clear, what is your energy? What does your ideal day look like? What are you doing? How are you feeling? Who are the people that you are around? Because you want that to continue as you grow your business, as you start serving your people. You want that to live on. You don't want to interrupt that. But a lot of the times when that is not the question, you build a business that disrupts the things that you actually love. I was watching a show yesterday. What is it? Running Point, I think is the name of it, something on Netflix about this woman that takes over a basketball team. And it's so interesting. By the end of it's one season, by the end of the season, her engagement, the man that she was engaged to, that whole thing fell apart because her business and her job became more important than everything else in her life. Now, I'm not going to say that that wasn't supposed to happen. All I'm saying is when you are clear on what matters to you, building a business gets to be an extension of that. It gets to be an addition to that. It gets to complement what is already important to you. And I keep honing in on this because I want you to get that. More than likely, you are in the beginning stages of your business and your entrepreneurial journey. Or you already have started and maybe you're hitting up against a hard wall and things aren't flowing the way you want it to. I promise you, this is exactly what you need to hear today. There is something that you are doing that is dishonoring you. There's someone that you are attempting to be that is not true to who you are. The moment that you can honor yourself and like you recognize you can see, okay, like I can trust, and trust is a huge part of this. I can trust if I create something that feels good to me, that I will be able to serve my people. They will get the transformation that they need, and God is going to send my people to me. Like releasing a lot of the control is what is going to make a huge difference in you and in your business. And I really want this to like, I want you to like own this and own that you are so special that you do not have to do the heavy lifting. Like this showing up here live on YouTube is so natural to me. If you are new to me, when I say new, I mean within the past couple years, like 2 to 3 years, you're probably not familiar with me showing up on live stream on Instagram first. When I first was a realtor, I was on Instagram just about every day or 3 times a week. And then when I moved to the Caribbean, I was on Facebook almost every day going live. So this is natural to me, right? And I love being with my people. I posted something today that said I'm a socializing homebody. Okay, that is the realest thing that I've ever posted. I love to socialize, but from the comfort of my home. But now that I'm in my on the roof phase, we're gonna get into human design next, but now that I'm on the roof phase of my life, I don't want people in my house. When I was younger, when I lived in New York, everybody and their mama used to be in my house. I used to host house parties. Like I was lit, okay? Lit. Very, very lit. But that part of my life, it no longer exists, okay? I still want to socialize, but I want to socialize in a way that honors my energy. And so creating a business that allows me to go live, have amazing conversations, connect with my people, and then have a community where we do that in a more intimate way. I mean, when I tell you it is so tea, like it is so tea. And now I don't have all these people sucking on my energy. Everybody doesn't have access to me. I love this life. I love it. But I also had to like appreciate my younger years, what I got from that, right? And then I get to put it into effect now. So I'm sharing this with you because when you build a business that you love and you build a business that honors your energy, you also get to pivot in a way that feels good, in a way that allows you to continue to show up and attract your people. Like right now in my 6th line, I'm going to be on the roof, which means like more in an observatory way. I'm going to be on the roof from my 30s till my 50s. Once my 50s come, I think I'm going to be out in the mix again. And I'm excited for that. But right now, we chilling. That doesn't mean that I turn my whole life off. And I recognize that a lot of people like you take things so freaking literally that you miss out on the blessings. You take things so literally that you miss out on the blessings. When I see wait for the invitation as a projector, I'm like, okay, wait for the invitation for what specifically? Oh, relationships, where I'm gonna live. Okay, that could work. But everything else, I'm not waiting on the invitation. I'm going to give myself the invitation. This is why I'm hosting this live. This is why my YouTube is popping and my TikTok is popping and my Twitter is popping because I've given myself the invitation. There are spaces where you can give yourself the invitation. One of my clients asked the other day, like, what exactly can I respond to? Because I don't want to, what did she say? I don't want to look at other people in my niche and copy their content. I was like, baby, the beautiful thing about social media, there's so many things to respond to. You don't have to wait for a specific thing. Like if there's a conversation happening, a video that you see, and you have thoughts about it, respond. And doesn't mean respond to that person. Create your own video about that topic. Give your perspective on it. That is also responding to. So again, remember that honoring your energy is so huge. Because a piece of that like had her disempowered was I don't want to be like everybody else. I'm my own individual. And I'm like, hell yeah, you are your own individual. So honor your individuality and respond. Respond. If that feels good to you, if that's a topic you want to talk about it. And again, this is why remembering, or I would say, continuously reminding yourself that everything is spiritual. Remember that God gave you a purpose. There is something very special, very magical, very important that you were designed to talk about, designed to show us, designed to build, and only you can do it. There's literally no one else. There's no one else that can do what you are meant to do. This is why one of my greatest beliefs ever is that if everyone was in alignment, the world would be a better place. I didn't say that the world wouldn't have any bad or it would be all good. The world would be a better place because we would be so fulfilled with doing what we were designed to do that there wouldn't be room to be messing with other people, to be doing effed up things, because you would be having so much fun doing what you were designed to do, what you were called to do. Like, where would there be room to mess with other people, to do evil things? Like, you would be having fun. And when we're having fun, we're lit up. We're focused on ourselves. We're creating. How powerful is that? So that just segues into, and before I segue, I'm going to read some comments, but that segues into how human design helps us to build businesses that feels good. Like, when I first learned about human design, I was burnt out, which God designed. Like I talked about earlier, God will make sure your journey provides you with whatever you need. For me, it was, let me sit you down, Sarah. You're going to have to sit down, be tired, be exhausted, which then led me to learning about human design. And I'm like, oh my God, what is this amazing new thing? And for me, it really lived as an opportunity to like coach my clients in a unique way, but something that I didn't have to hold their hand. Hi, Van. Welcome. By the way, Van, I've been seeing you following me all over it, and I love that. Okay. I love it a lot. But with human design, it was like I lived a lot of time in my business feeling like I needed to do the hard work. And so I would create my offers in a way that my clients could only grow if they were with me one-on-one. And that became very exhausting. And so when God sat me down and presented human design, it was like, well, look at this thing that they can go learn on their own, and then we can grow together. Something that's very important for me is being around people that are focused on their own growth. Like, I literally require that from my friends, my family, my man, my daughter. Like, that is just something that I need. I need to be around people that enjoy growth for themselves. And so when God sat me down and taught me human design, I was like, this is the missing link. Like, this is the missing link for me and my business. Before, I thought, well, if they didn't come to me, they wouldn't get it. And then I learned human design, and I was like, bruh, if you go and learn your human design and you actually put the effort in yourself, oh, we could have a conversation. And I've introduced that to some of my clients. There's 2 women specifically in my community right now where I introduced human design to them. One of them actually knew about it before. But once she learned that I was into human design, she was like, oh my God, finally someone that I can resonate with, someone that I could talk about this topic with that I couldn't talk to with my friends and the people around me. And so I share that. Why? Ooh, I didn't even know I was going to share that. Why did I share that? Thank you, God. A big part of you and your business and your calling is you talking about the weird things that you're into. That is how you niche down. Literally, my following on Twitter grew 700 people in 3 weeks, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, because I started talking to projectors. Now, projectors aren't my only audience, but I'm like, I wonder if anybody else resonates with what I'm going through and what I'm evolving into and what I'm learning. And I put it out there, and yeah, here we go. 700 people are like, we resonate. Thank you for existing. Thank you for talking your talk. Thank you for showing up. And I promise you, when you allow that weird thing or that passion that you have or that interest that you have, when you put it out there, your people are going to they're going to be like, finally, damn, we was waiting on you. Like, this whole time, you over there hiding. Thank you for waving the white flag and letting us know where our safe space is. I'm sure you have felt that way with someone. Maybe it's in the fashion industry, or maybe it's me, and I love you if that's how you feel about me. But like, there are people out there where when they start talking about whatever that thing is that you're interested in, you're like, oh my God, I thought it was only me. It's not only me. We we can talk about this like out loud, like outside of my journal. Oh my God, it feels so good. And for me, that's how I feel about introducing human design to my business. Like, I have loved talking about personal branding and getting paid to exist for years. Literally, before I even became an entrepreneur, every time I had a conversation with a friend, like I had friends that were really into fashion. I went to Penn State, and in going to Penn State, I went to school with a lot of people from New York. And people from New York, in my opinion, they mad fashionable. Okay, that's my opinion. And a lot of them had ideas for their own clothing line. And I literally in college would be having conversations with them around their clothing line and how they should like have confidence in themselves because someone wants this. Like that's literally always been Sarah. But to come to a place where I can now infuse human design that actually gives you the blueprint to you, bruh, I promise you, like I can't make this stuff up. God is amazing. And so, whatever ministry that you are here in charge of, because you are in charge of a ministry, I promise you that. When you talk about that one little tweak, that one little hidden thing that you know makes the difference, a whole new world is going to open up for you. A whole new world is going to open up for you. Some people, that's God. Some people is talking about the Bible, like the person that my mentor right now, my business coach that I just had a whole week with, Myron Golden, he talks about business principles from the Bible. And he has helped me to realize like the Bible is not what they be talking about from a religious point of view. It is a book of principles and promises. And like that reminds me, I need to order my Bible today. This whole time I've been avoiding the Bible because I'm like, I'm not into all of that religion stuff. But as I listen to him, I'm like, what can I learn about business from the Bible? I be reading all these other books. I might as well read the Bible. So for some people, it's going to be God. It's going to be the Bible. For me, I love human design. Like I love human design. The way my life, the way that I even got with this man that continues to take care of me, human design. We used to be on the phone for 8, 9, 10 hours. Sometimes we would not sleep because we would be on the phone and I'm reading his chart, I'm reading my chart and sharing with him. And like he was just like, yo, like keep talking. I want to hear more. Like even a couple days ago, he was like, you taught me, but he's talking about something. He was like, you taught me that, right? From my human design. I'm like, oh, that just turned me on. Anyways, some people it's going to be astrology. Some people it's going to be tarot. Some people it's going to be how you deal with your food. I know Sean is on here. I've been seeing your posts, Sean. If you're into getting right with your body, Sean, I like to call her Sean. She's a personal trainer. Even though she be in the gym, when I see the food that she eats, it's like such a reminder that what you put in your body is so important. So for her, it's going to be food, like creating a whole new relationship with food. Either way, my point is that weird thing that makes a hell of a difference in whatever it is your ministry is. I promise you, when you stop being shy about that, your people will come out of the woodwork. They will crawl out of the wood. They're going to be like, oh my God, we was waiting. We so happy to be here. That's how I feel about Jade. Like, if you're not familiar with Jade, that's okay. But Jade is like one of the goats in the human design and astrology space. And Jade, as much as I've been following her for years, it wasn't until Jade started talking about crypto that I was like, what you saying? What is there for me to learn? Huh? I could do what with money when it comes to crypto? Like I was not about to go look into crypto myself. I would have missed out on the whole crypto wave if it wasn't for Jade. She was talking about human design and astrology for years, and I was like, okay, cool. When she started talking about crypto, glued in, joined her community, invested money. Like, so again, I say that because You have a ministry. There are people that are just waiting for you to that little tweak in your conversation will have them glued in and so thankful for you. Again, this is a part of you building a business that honors your energy. I'm a real chill girl. I mean, in the first phase of my life, I was still a social homebody, but I was outside in New York. Don't play with me, okay? I was outside. I got some stories to tell, very sixth line of me, okay? But when it came to having deep conversations, you had to be a part of the inner circle. You had to be like someone that knew where I lived. I used to have this big red couch. My friends would come over, we'd roll a joint, we'd have amazing conversations. I didn't even know I was healing people back then. I just knew that I had this energy of like, I'm just chill. Like, I trust that everything is working out and everything's going to be okay. That's always been my energy. So you had to have access to my house, to my home in order to have that connection. A lot of people didn't. You could meet me outside in the club or at a day party or on my job, but where we really connected was on that big red couch in my apartment in Flatbush, Brooklyn. Okay? Even people where I've had like live events, in-person events, yeah, we would connect deeply. But if you did not have access to inner circle me for that ongoing transformation, you was missing out. You was missing out. And I'm saying this for a specific reason because I'm a part of Jade's community, and she just put out this audio where she was talking about exclusivity. If you don't have something that is exclusive, you missing out on big money. And this is one of the things that I know I was missing. And this is where I wanted to segue into in terms of talking about my 4/6 personality and my profile number in human design and what it taught me. Like, I've always been the chatty patty, always been miss encouragement, always loving on the people. That's always been me, right? However, the thing that was missing is I didn't have an exclusive space. So people would watch all of my live streams, they would soak up all the juice, but there was no place where you could get a little bit more access. So I was always like coming up with new offers, one-off offers. I was coming up with these like live events, like all of these things that didn't honor my energy because now I got to go plan a whole event. I got to go find a venue. I got to go find somebody to cook the food. Like, I was doing too much. Okay? Too much. But the fact that I learned my human design, oh, I'm literally supposed to be building and nurturing communities? You mean communities I could do from my laptop? God. God. I'm literally laughing because looking back, it is like, why were you doing so much, girl? But I'm sharing this with you because you can probably relate. There's somewhere in your life, especially when it comes to generating cash, where you are just doing too much. And by too much, I mean you're doing something that is not aligned with your energy. Sean, you're a 4 line, so I know this is going to hit as a 4/1. Creating a community where you could be with your people, but in a way that respects your energy and honors your energy is like, so I can make a difference from my house, from my phone. I could meet strangers from my computer, my 5/1s in the chat, because y'all love strangers too. We can do all of the things that we want to in a way that honors our energy. And this is where I want you to go when it comes to generating that business and that cash flow that is promised, that is for you. Understand that your human design literally has it built in. What is the business model that's going to honor your energy? Your human design tells you. And we get to like play around with this in my private communities. We get to have let's have a think piece or a mastermind on what this can look like. Oh, Van is a 5/1 too. Hey, yes. My man is a 5/1 and so is my daughter. Okay? When I tell you, I am literally surrounded by the 5/1 profile. All right? Literally yesterday, see, we got a 4/1 too. Yesterday, we went outside for our walk, which is a part of our ideal day. We like going outside. So we went outside for a walk. But yesterday we walked to TJ Maxx. Why? Because I know my little 5'1". She likes to see strangers. She likes to touch things. She likes to see things she's never seen before. So I ensure that I honor me. I need to go outside. I need to stretch my legs. But I honor her because she needs to be around strangers. She likes to see people and force them to say hello to her. It's very interesting. She'd be like, hey, hey, hey. And people be like, hi. I love that for her. But I say that and I share that because I want you to know within your human design profile is everything you need to know to generate the cash flow that you dream of. So like I was sharing with me, it was like I was doing the same thing, going on live, having amazing conversations, but I did not have the community. And then when I did have a community like thing, I wasn't charging enough. Like I was charging in a way where I was thinking about other people's pockets and not thinking about my well-being. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? You building your business and you are thinking from scarcity and you're like, well, the minimum wage right now is $7. And so if the minimum wage is $7, then I can't charge $700 for this transformation that I'm in here creating. So let me charge $77. I'm gonna tell you right now, cut that shit out. Okay? Cut it out. Cut it out. This is why God sat me down. And then on top of that, God gonna tell me that I'm a projector. So baby, everything that you do is royalty. Everything that you do is transformative. Everything that you do is on a whole nother level, which I knew. But again, my parents are entrepreneurs and I see how they build their business. So I'm thinking, well, I need to think about the same thing. I remember one time I came up with the cost of something and my mother said to me, nobody's going to buy that in this economy. No one's going to pay for that in this environment. People don't got money for that. And because she lives there permanently and I had only been back home for like a year or two, I'm like, well, she probably know what she's talking about. So let me price my things like. So guess who was burnt out? Guess who was burnt out and then also was wondering where money was going to come from? I had so much anxiety around money and that was my fault. Whole time, there's a concert going on. People buying clothes from Shein all the time. Plus they paying those exorbitant shipping fees. Like money flowing, but I'm over here considering how much they make. I'm going to tell you right now, the moment that I stopped doing that is the moment that my quality of life increased. The number one way that I can tell you that I saw that was when the type of men that I started to date. I stopped dating men who were working a 9 to 5. I stopped dating men that was living with their mama. I started dating a big boy. I started dating a man, okay, that owned some property, that had paid off vehicles. I started dating a man with a silver Amex. I started to play a bigger game because I recognized, baby, why are you over here broke and dating broke people? That was all on me. And I share that so you understand that you are the one that's creating your environment. When you are coming from a low vibration, you will attract low vibrational people. Okay? If you are creating things and you feel like people can't pay for them, it's because you think that people can't pay for them. Can I get a... Okay. So what I have subsequently done is 1, I honor my human design. Meaning I honor my energy. I am a 4/6, meaning your girl like to show up. Okay, your girl like to look cute. I like to get my wash and go popping. Okay, this is week 2, wash and goes. We doing much better than the first week, right? But I like to look cute. That's a role model. That's a 6 line. Like, come on now. Being sexy is it's a part of the game. But as a 4 line, I recognize, honoring that means being around people that recognize me, that invite me, that like they actually want to hear what I got to say because they're getting something from it. And by doing so, showing up, I still do that, but I don't do it as much because doing that so much once a day, every day was exhausting me. So I'm going to come on here once a week. I'm going to drop that good tea. And then you can go home and put this into effect. And I'm going to see you next week. But in the meantime, in between time, if you want some more of this, meet me in my community. And you don't have to. But if that would serve you, meet me in the chat. So who gets to now enjoy her ideal day? Like when I'm done here, I have a meeting with some of my projector friends. We meet once a month and we just be kikiing about projector stuff. That's it. And then after that, I'm gonna go for a walk with my daughter. Then come home and have a nice big juicy salad with I think I want some fish tonight. And I'm gonna chill until my man get home. That's what I'm gonna do. Because that's what I want to do. This is who I've always been. I think the crazy part is when you sit down and look at your life, you will realize that you have always been who you want to be. You have always been who you want to be. I remember when I got pregnant, people who knew me from like kindergarten were reaching out and like, "Oh my God, your daughter's about to have the most amazing mom. She's so lucky." And they were all talking about the fact that they had experienced me in an intimate way and they recognized how loving and nurturing I am. And now that I have a daughter, like she about to get that full time, good for her. Because I've always been that girl. Whether you met me in boarding school in Arizona, or you met me at Penn State, or you used to chop it up with me in my apartment in Brooklyn, or you met me in the Virgin Islands when I was rocking out with Design My Vibe, like I've always been the same girl. But what has happened is God has led me to things that allow me to honor my energy. And your business is meant to honor your energy. Your business is not this thing outside of yourself that you need to become a whole nother version in order to have and in order to experience. That is not what business is. Business is you honoring your energy in such a way, because 9-to-5s do not honor your energy. Let's be real. What do you need to be doing anything for 8 hours besides sleeping? Why are you doing anything for 8 hours besides sleeping? Your business is an opportunity for you to honor your energy, fulfill your purpose, allow God to keep you paid the way that you are meant to be. On period. So again, take a look at your life, because you have always been who you want to be. Janae, thank you for writing that down, putting that in the chat. You've always been who you want to be. I literally had to sit down and like have that moment with myself the other day. I've been doing mirror talk. Usually people call it mirror work. Me and the word work, we don't get along, okay? Me and the word work do not get along. So I've been doing mirror talk for the past 4 to 5 days. And I literally had a moment like, yo, I literally have the opportunity to be with somebody that recognizes me and invites me in. He has moved stuff around in his life to make sure that I am comfortable here. What am I complaining about? What am I mad about? What am I chasing after that I don't already have? And for the past few days, I have been getting up at 5:30, 5:45, 6 o'clock and making this man breakfast, making this man lunch, packing up a nice little lunch kit for him so he can go to work. Because the truth of the matter is that is who Sarah is. If you've ever been to the Big Red Couch in Brooklyn or to my apartment at Penn State, I cooked for you. Me cooking for you is love. Like, that means I love you. And this man has literally said to me his favorite restaurant is wherever Sarah is. But because I was so focused on what I don't have yet and I need to achieve, I was not celebrating what I already have access to, what is already happening in my life. And if you are a projector listening to this, I want you to get that you already have success. You are already experiencing success. The moment that you recognize that success is the moment that you get to monetize your life. But if you keep thinking I need to become successful, you're going to be holding the success out here. The success is like fighting against you. Can I come in? But you out here like, no, I'm not ready yet. I need more time. I need to do more research. I need to prove myself. And the success is like, damn, the success beating your door down. Like, we're already here. That's like Amazon. Amazon outside. You keep looking at your phone like, where's the package at? God, what? Damn, why they taking so long? And Amazon is like, hello. That is a difference between you being in your head and you being in your body. Me being in my body, bruh, what? I can order anything I want. I could buy whatever I want. I could go wherever. I don't even have to think about money. Like, what? Like, when I tell you my man hold me down, and he is like, when I talk about my relationship, I talk about the fact that I manifested him. I manifested this life. It's so easy to overlook the things that we've already manifested because we keep moving the bar. There's something else I got to prove. There's something else I got to do. Whole time you living in what you prayed for. Hello, I am a testament of that. And so me doing this mirror talk, I thought it was going to be all about my business, but it's really just been about appreciating what I already have. Like, and how beautiful, if the world ended today, if nothing ever changed, your girl is content. Your girl is happy. Your girl is successful. I get up, I make my man breakfast, make him lunch, have a good day, baby. The rest of the day is mine. I can do whatever I want. How is that not a win? Like a major win. For you, it may not be your relationship, but maybe you have your own apartment and you live where you want to live and nobody can frig up your peace. And it's how you want it to be. That's a win right there. Maybe you are working a 9-to-5, but that 9-to-5 allows you the freedom to do what you want, how you want, and pays you well. Why are you complaining? Within the circumstances that you're currently in, you are winning. And when you choose to see that you are winning, you will then be able to show up in the world in the way that you dream of. You are already winning. You are already winning. There is nothing else for you to get to. God is going to add to your life. Woo. I'm sorry. I had to. That just made the hairs on my body raise. There is nowhere for you to get to. And when you see that, God will add to your life. Woo. Okay. That was a lot. That was a lot. Because we definitely under some conditioning that you got to get somewhere. We are under some conditioning that you need to get somewhere. And that conditioning will have you blinded to the truth that you are already there. I am winning. I am successful. I am satisfied. I am at peace. I am surprised every moment of every day. Like, what? What? I'm already here. I am here. The fact that I'm alive means I'm here. Man, yo. I love the world, but a lot of the things that we hear and that we entertain, they be blinding us. I don't want to be blind. I want to be present to the beauty. Okay? I like being present to the beauty. I like seeing a sunny day and seeing the plants and my daughter smiling and my man happy. My man left the house this morning. He's like, I'm about to buy me a new lunch kit. He's going to buy himself a, is it Tumi? No, Yeti. He likes Yetis. So he's like, I'm going to get myself a Yeti lunch kit to put my lunch in now that I be getting lunch. And I'm like, he just looked like a big ass kid. But for someone who goes to an office, like, especially men, that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But being able to show up and somebody loves you, like they woke up and made you breakfast and lunch, and you can walk into the office and you heating that up, and the whole office is like, damn, that smell good. Like, that probably feels hella good. I don't know what that feels like. But as a man, that probably feels really good. Like when you see those TikToks and it be like of the Mexican men and they all bringing out their lunch. There are so many TikToks of Mexican men unloading their lunch, and it'd be like, my wife woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and put this together for me. Like, that's a win. That is a win. So, I say all of that to say, 1, you're already winning. 2, everything is spiritual, including your business, including your cash flow. It is spiritual. When you are in alignment, everything flows for you. You breathe better. Your skin improves. Your cash flow improves. You sleep better. You make time to go work out. You eat better. Like when you are in alignment, your quality of life is chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. You deserve that. And it starts with you. There's nothing happening outside of you that didn't start within you. Okay? You are the center of your reality. God already created it, and he just wants you to open your eyes and see it. That's it. Your eczema clears. Come on now, Janae. Okay, period on poo. Your eczema clears up. Okay, live reviews of the Profit with Purpose Lab. I love it. So anyways, I want to just tap into the comments. I know y'all been having a whole conversation. I'm going to learn. This is the beautiful thing about doing new things. Over time, you learn how to do them. And I know people will be on live reading their comments, but I like to chat and then tap in. Let me see what Janae is saying. First of all, Janae is at the airport. Janae, where you going? I just want to shout out Janae, y'all. Janae is a young 20-something. Is that a SZA song? 20-somethings? Whatever. Janae out here living her life, okay? She is not working for nobody. She is figuring it out. She is trusting. She's investing. She just bought a saxophone. When I tell you this girl's living her life, give it up for Janae. That takes a lot of trust, okay? Because it's very easy to be like, no, I need to work until I retire and then I can live my life. Janae is living right now, okay? Janae, where are you going? I am very curious. She said, hard lesson for my Scorpio stellium, releasing control. Baby, I have a Taurus moon and a Scorpio rising. My man is a Taurus, and he's a Capricorn moon too. The control is all around us. And this is why when I share about my relationship and I talk about releasing, like there has to be so much releasing. First of all, I'm a Cancer first daughter. So control is the name of the game. Okay. And so being with a mostly what do you call it? Earth sign man, a lot of control at debout. So I relate, baby. I 1,000% relate. 4-line Cancer sun coded. Yes. Oh my God. I love when the men are in this. Just shout out to Life of Van. Life, thank you so much for being here. Janae said, I always wanted a coach, a therapist, a mentor who was interested in human design and astro. So really, thank you. Was definitely waiting on you. People, my chat is over here, so I'm going like this. But the proof is in the pudding. The same way how she is commenting on this about me, there is someone like that for you. By the way, I be in my clients, my students, my friends, whatever I want to call them. Whenever they're posting, I be on them. I be on their page like, oh my God, I watch everything. I be stalking them because the same way you show up for me, I'm gonna show up for you. I mean, I'm on my couch, so it's easy. It's easy. But I say that to say, your people are waiting. Oh my God. She said it's liberating. It is. To be seen for like who you are, nothing feels better than that, man. Like, I think one thing I recognize with living with somebody is I spent a lot of time dating people. You know, we would see each other, go on dates or go to each other's houses. But like being and living with somebody, like he sees all of me. That is scary. But at the same time, for it to be like I fucks with you, that feels so good. Like, when I met him, this house was a goddamn mess. He had just moved here. But one of the things I did was I tidied up because I am a tidy person. I take me wherever I go. I wasn't like, oh, let me clean up because of him. I was like, if I'm going to be here, we need to clean this up. And he recognized it and was just like, thank you for cleaning up. And I'm thinking, I didn't do that for you. But for him, that was probably like, she accepts me as I am. And I do. Like, that feels good. It is one of the best feelings ever. And I promise you, there's a lot of strangers that want to accept you for you. A lot. Sean says today a friend checked in with me and said he thought of me while eating his sandwich because he associates me with food and nutrition. Bruh. Yes. Yes. I've been hiding myself for years thinking that my love for food photography, and simply being creative with my food was nothing special. Girl, I realize now that it has always been my gift. Man, yo, the relationship that we have with food, with drugs, with sex, with TV, all of that stuff is the same. And none of that stuff is bad, right? When you abuse something, that's when it becomes unhealthy. So I get from what you're teaching people is, how do you have a healthy relationship with food? Like, understanding that food is fuel and it gets to be colorful and flavorful and fun. Like, man, I'm excited for you, Sean. I'm so excited for you to love people through my food. This is now my business. Amazing. Yeah, shout out to Jade. We got book club tonight. If you are in Jade's community, I'm excited. I think the book is titled Overcoming Under Earning. I'm hyped for that topic for sure. Janae says, I would have completely missed out on crypto without Jade. Facts. Facts. If you can't find Jade, I'll definitely share her info as well, Sean. Jade is amazing. She was just saying today that she's a 6'9", she's a 6'2", and she was like, y'all better get it now because I'm about to be on the roof. And I could see Jade like booed up, being kept, like having fun and just living her life like nobody got asked. I could totally see that for her. So I think she said she's 27, so she got 3 years before she's up on the roof. Sean says, need you to share that information again because business models that match your human design. Oh yeah. I will highlight it in the community so you can tap in. And I did make a post about it already, but I'll highlight it so you can see it again. Janae, she said, I stay thinking about other people's pockets. Girl, every entrepreneur does. And then you have people out there telling you, go look at the person who's in your industry, see what they're why are you going to look at what somebody else is charging when they're probably going through the same thing that you are, questioning, what can I charge? And no. The best thing, and I was going to save this, but why am I going to save it? Information is beautiful. You do not need to look at what somebody else is pricing. The thing that you get to focus on, what is the transformation that this person is going to get? And this can apply to anything. I was on this page today. I think it's called like ProFlex or something like that. It's this lady that makes workout gear, right? And she shows you the entire process. And it's just so fun and flirty. And it's like thinking about the transformation for her client is you're working out and you feel cute in your clothes. Like, women like to be cute. I don't care if I'm digging a hole outside, I want to look cute. So if you're making overalls for people that dig holes, make some cute overalls. By the way, Khalees, if you don't follow Khalees makes some cute overalls. Anyways, my point is this. Focus on the transformation. Do not think about people's pockets. People find the money for whatever they want the money for. I don't care who you are. You could probably relate to this. You could have been a broke as a joke, ready to choke, and then you saw some food at Kava and was like, damn, that Kava bowl look mad good, yo. And you probably asked somebody to cash app you, or you came up with something and got some money, or you went in your savings, or you sold some feet pics. I am not judging. I had an OnlyFans. When people want something, they will find the money. Okay? So any conversation that you have been having around, oh, well, people don't make enough, or the economy is in a bad let that go. Okay. What is the transformation? How are they going to feel on the other side? I know for a fact anyone that works with me is going to feel so grounded and so confident in themselves. And once they have that confidence, they can do anything. That is what I price my offers from. I do not think about your pockets. If you don't got it, go ask your mama. Go get a loan from the bank. Open a credit card. Not my conversation. And it's taken me some time to get here, okay? But I'm sharing this with you because you deserve to be here now. Price your offers, whether it's clothes, shoes, a session with you, music, whatever you do. Price it from the transformation. What is your client going to feel once they have access to it, once they're a part of it, once they buy it, once they try it on, whatever it is? Price it from over there, okay? Price it from over there. Janae said that really was me with my pottery. Girl, remember when I sent Janae this, I was on the phone with one of my friends and she was like, I really love this pottery artist. She makes things with really big lips and she sent it to me. And I'm like, oh, this is cute. I want to buy her one. So I go to the lady's website and I'm like, hold on, you charging $500 for one mug? Let me send this to Janae because Janae's into pottery. This is the beautiful thing about Four Lines. We be thinking about how we could connect people all the time. As soon as I saw that, I sent it to Janae because ain't no way somebody's out here charging. There's probably people charging thousands of dollars for some pottery. Why? Because they know not only what they put into it, but how you going to feel on the other end of having this homemade, this one-of-a-kind piece that's unique to you. This bag was designed just for you. Like, how am I going to feel about that? I got a one-to-one experience, baby. I don't care what you charging. I'm commissioning a piece. That's where commission art comes in. 5-1, Janae, I hope you're still listening, boo. Okay? Because I know you actually really love pottery. You have a whole TikTok around pottery. Raise them prices, honey. Raise them prices. Van says, beating around the bush with my baby. We all been there, man. All you need to do is hear from the right person how to approach it. And you I don't know, something opens up in you. Like there's freedom to charge your worth. Like my coach said that he created a $1 million coaching offer. He created it. No one bought it for 3 years. And then he has 5 people in that right now. 5 people are paying him $1 million each to coach them. But before people said yes, he had to create it. You got to create it first and just trust that you keep showing up. Somebody's going to be like, yo, you know what? I want it. But if it doesn't exist, then there's nothing for them to buy. I can't buy it if it don't exist. So create it and then let them say yes. Somebody need to hear that. Someone needed to hear that. You've always been who you want to be. I'm about to put that on a shirt. Let me see. Me and the word work don't go together. We do not go. What's the name said about her and Diddy? We go together real bad. We saw how that ended. Me and work would not go together. No, sir. Nothing like a cancer cooking for you. Yes, it's love. It's love. One thing I had to decondition. There's nowhere I need to get to. Yes, Janae. Yes. Oh, I love that for you so much. I love that for you so much. Just knowing what I know about you, I love that for you. You deserve that. You deserve that so much. Ooh, yeah, my man is blessed. So am I, though. I'm not even going to minimize that. I am very much so. Oh, you guys are so welcome. Van, thank you. Thank you for being here. I love when the men show up so much, but I appreciate you being here. I want you guys to know, like, a big part of honoring your own energy is seeing yourself. And I get that the reason you can be here is, one, that I hosted it, but two, like, I posted on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. I sent an email to my community, like, I'm going live, come join me. I say that to say a part of you being recognized is you have to recognize yourself. Like, invite people to your party. Okay, this is why people have birthday parties. Come to my party. Come dressed to the nines. It's my party, but come to my party dressed to the nines. Like, that's what you want to put out into the world. I'm having a party. You are invited. These are the rules to my party, whether it's a price or it's a private community or it's a coaching program or it's a music offer, whatever it is. I'm having a party. And if you want to be a part of my party, these are the rules. Like, you got to show up in the world like you love yourself. Like, you the most fire thing that ever came to earth. You got to show up like that. People love that energy. Okay? Literally, someone that I went to college with literally just posted that the other day. He posted something about making enough money to take care of a lot of people. And I reposted it and I said, this is a man that's going to create generational wealth. And he was like, thank you. And I was like, yo, good luck to you. Everything that you're doing, God got you. And he was like, yo, I just love your energy. I have not seen this man in person. I graduated college in 2010. So the last time I probably saw him was like 2008. And he said, I love your energy. Like, that is what people want from you. We are spiritual, bringing it all together. We are spiritual beings. People love your energy. That's it. I don't care if I'm buying a shirt from you, pants from you, I'm going on a trip with you, I'm buying some food from you. You selling books, I'm buying the book. You know why? Because your energy went into it. That's it. This is why having a brand is so important. This is why sharing your energy is so important. This is why God made it so easy for us to connect through a phone, through a laptop. You get to experience my energy. And that's really all you want from me. You don't want me to do anything for you. Let's be real. There's nothing that I can do for you that you cannot do for yourself. And you can do it for yourself better than I can do it for you. But what you do want, you want my energy. You love my energy. It's the same thing for you. Your energy is everything. And when you put that good up energy in everything that you're doing, I promise you, the people are going to be like, where do I pay? Where do I sign up? How do I join? Straight like that. Okay. All right. So we're about to wrap it up. Let me read the rest of these and then we're going to get off of here. Yo, by the way, Janae's eczema really did clear up. Like, I don't think she was thinking that was going to be a result of feeling safe in her body, but that's what happens. When you're in the right environment, you can like, whew, damn, I ain't take a deep breath in 10 years. When you can breathe, come on now. Health improves, money improves, everything improves. Janae is going back to her hometown for a wedding. Love that. Enjoy. Please share some pics. We want to see you on your glow up, boo boo. Yes, share some pics in the community. Van says that was the first advice I took. Pricing based on other photographers. Yo. And we know what? We're not mad at the people that give us this advice, but until you hear better advice, it's kind of like, damn, why did I take that stupid advice? The truth of the matter is the way that you see things and the way that you frame people, be all so on point, and then just being photographed by Van. Think about that. I don't even know you, but I just feel like your swag probably on 1,000. You got to charge more than everybody else. They can't compare. They can't even compare. Ugh. Terrible advice. But hey, we are where we are, and now we know the solution because I gave it to you. Raise them prices, boo. Raise them prices, okay? Going off of other people's prices will get you down a rep. Facts will never even give you facts. If they don't got it, that can't be your problem, bro. This is one of the things that changed my life was hearing like God gave you the idea. He's also going to give you the clients. And he's going to also make sure the clients got some money. I added that piece. He going to make sure the clients got some money. Please don't worry about that. That is none of your business. God is, when I talk about letting go control, it's deep. It's real deep. It's like the big ideas and the big things that I've come to my man about. He'd be like, oh, well, I'd be like, that's none of my business. God told me to tell you that I want X, Y, Z. And then I let it go. Him and God gonna sort that out. That's how you get to be. Set your prices and know that God is gonna take care of that. Just show up with all of your goodness, set your prices, and the people will come with them money. And if they don't have money, maybe you create a payment plan, which we're going to talk about how payment plans are your own bank in another conversation. If they don't got that, let literally change the game when you send that, because I'll be overthinking a $40 mug. Put a zero on that page. Put a zero on that for $100 mug. You feel so much better when that person clicks purchase. Woo. If you want a $10 mug, go to Target. Okay. 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 You know what? On that note, I think we just going. Janae said if you want a $10 mug that was made in Indonesia or in China that don't got all of this in it, go to Target. Number the word. Number the word. Y'all, I love you. This has been fun. We'll do this again next week. And to my girls and guys, because I'm calling it, men about to be up in there too, in the Profit with Purpose Lab. I'm going to see y'all on Friday. We about to chop it up. I've already seen your questions. I'm getting all the responses together. God is flowing through me. I'm going to see y'all on Friday. But if you're not in the Profit with Purpose Lab, I love you. Thank you for being here. You can go to the link in my YouTube, my Twitter, my IG, my TikTok, all of that to learn a little bit more, or send me a DM. I would love to answer your questions. Whatever questions you have, I would love to answer them. The only question I will not answer is, I was thinking about joining your program and somebody else's, join theirs, okay? Because ain't nothing about this energy that you should be second guessing, because I don't. Period. I love y'all. See y'all next week. Have a safe flight, Janae. Bye, y'all.